They feasted at Magnolia Table, they've ridden the boats down the Brazos, and now they're ready for their Baylor Bears to go to work here inside McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bruins will put toe to leather to crank us up. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his big tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man,
the expressway is wide open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They'll try the run. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Got the back over the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
Finds his man enough for the first. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Bears! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on first down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, Not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays when I can be physical and really make him feel me. I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll throw it on first down. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint, but does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
Snap it to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Bruins in the hurry up. Johnson wants to throw it. He's got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Direct snap. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. 1st and 10.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bruins.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8-clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, UCLA. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off.
And the extra point is good. The kickoff team out there getting set. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. He's looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll take another shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And they'll down this ball just a little shy of the 50. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Johnson looking to throw. Strong pass rush. And they get him at the 46.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. A shot toward the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas A&M is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice this week. They're up by 28 over the Coyotes. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Bears with the 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick setting up 4th down.
He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of depth.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This has been an impressive 1st half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
They ran it on first down, now on second. The Bruins get it past the sticks. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Johnson wants to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle it.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. He's going to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
He'll start this drive firing. Steps away. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. That's reeled in, it's quartered. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. UCLA 21, Baylor 7. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside big. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. On second down, they'll take to the air. Buying some time. Fires downfield. Got his man. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll go with a direct snap. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Skips away from pressure. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And it's 3rd and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but we got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on 4th down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
He'll set up to throw. Trying to get to it. Pocket starts to collapse. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The give to the back. Plows through the defense. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Wide receiver shows motion. Johnson looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass hits, picked off. Got some room to run. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! Lining up for the PAT. get the extra point. They're down a touchdown, 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Northern Illinois is just steamrolling its way to victory today. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up by 21 over the Sharks. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Bruins want to move quickly. He's got it on the right. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet, McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Second down coming up. Johnson wants to throw it. Feeling some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to power their way ahead. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming.
UCLA 21, Baylor 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UCLA! Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And these design QB runs, man, they really test the physicality of this defense. Knowing this quarterback's going to tote the rock, they know that there's now an extra blocker, so somebody on defense is going to have to make a superhuman effort, get off a block and make it.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and
Lets it fly. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
They're bringing heat. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the first down, and then stopping that clock.
To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown, but the hit forces the incompletion.
On third and short, the power run here. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking to move it through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
This drive facing a little adversity now. A 10-yard loss leaves him with 2nd and 20. He's looking to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Johnson looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
So that penalty will give this offense a little boost. Here comes 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. The Bruins will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete to the right. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. And the Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The Bears will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
And you got half your work done now. Great execution, getting the score, but now we got to go for 2. Under 2 minutes left in the game. We don't know if we're going to get the football back. We get our 2-point play ready, and we roll with it.
He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the defense swarms him under the 2-point attempt is stopped, and so too is the attempt to tie the game.
UCLA 29, Baylor 27.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take the lead. Snap it to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king in two, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you.
Touchdown Bears! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth.
UCLA 29.
They might want to consider driving this one through on the ground, get him to touch it and get that clock running. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And pick up chunk yardage. Johnson wants to throw it. He wants a big play here late. Catch and stride inside the 15. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, UCLA.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. He's looking to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's dropped. Oh, it's dropped, and the ball game's over. Oh, what a horrible way to lose a game for this team. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.